March 2018, A-side. If you don't know the drill, watch the rest of them. Come back to this, check it out, subscribe. Alright guys, so there are a lot of albums coming out this month that I'm really excited for. More than usual, more than anything this year thus far. So let's dive in. I'm going to tell you what to put on your radar. The very first artist of the month, years and years ago when I did that segment, was Fort Vine. They are a band that I love. They're good friends of mine, but they also put out top-notch, unbeatable, soulful indie rock, indie folk music. Their first album, One and the Same, is on vinyl, and it's wonderful. I highly recommend checking it out. Every song is terrific, and their second album is coming out this month called Stay Magical. It takes what I loved about their first album and makes it even better. I'll talk about it more in the B-side when you guys actually have time to listen to it. Make sure you listen to Fort Vine. It'll be on their Bandcamp when it's out. Support them because they deserve it. Of Montreal is coming out with their 700th album. White is Relic / Irrealis. White is Relic / Irrealis Mood. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Of Montreal has the weirdest album titles, but that's why I love them. They have so many records, and I don't think any of the past 4 or 5 have really lived up to their heyday back in the Hissing Fauna, Sunlandic Twins era, but I've enjoyed everything to an extent, and I love seeing them live, and the fact that they put out new albums what feels like every year. They tour all the time, which is a great chance to see them live. The new album, I have the early bird edition on pre-order from Polyvinyl, and I'm hoping that I love it. I always hope I love it. It always whelms me. It doesn't over or underwhelm me. It's always like, all right. But this could be the one that brings them back to glory. We'll see. I'm excited to hear it. Bishop Nehru is putting out Elevators Act 1 and 2, which is really interesting because it's produced by MF Doom and Kaytranada. That's weird, I know. Bishop Nehru worked with MF Doom on his last release called Nehruvian Doom, which was a really good hip-hop album, and I guess Doom has taken a liking to the kid because he decided to produce, along with Kaytranada, his upcoming release. Kaytranada is a very different style of music than MF Doom, but that doesn't mean that they can't work together, and I think it's going to be a really unique sound. Anything that Doom touches, I'm obviously interested in. I think this is going to be a surprisingly good standout record this year, so put Elevators Act 1 and 2 on your radar if you like hip-hop, if you like Kaytranada's stuff, if you like Doom. There's a lot of heavy-hitting elements that I think would interest a lot of music fans, so this could really be a home run for him, so let's see. Mount Eerie is coming out with Now Only. Mount Eerie's last album, A Crow Looked at Me, didn't make my top 10 of the year, but that's not because it wasn't amazing. It was. It was just way too heavy for any kind of regular listening rotation. It was about his wife who passed away suddenly, and it was a really powerful folk album that was just arguably too personal. It's you know, I love that he was able to put the way he felt into music. That was really pretty to listen to, but it's gonna make you cry. The lyricism and the emotion he puts into every one of those songs was just way too much for, let me just throw this on for a nice listen. You really gotta just know that you're in for an emotional roller coaster. And I'm hoping that Now Only, while it'll probably have similar feels, will be a little more accessible and you'll be able to listen to it with a little more regularity than the last album. But either way, he's a super talented guy, and I hope that this is as good as the last one. David Byrne's American Utopia. David Byrne is one of the most talented musicians ever, and he hasn't released a solo album in a long time. So I'm really excited. Don't know what to expect from this. I haven't heard any tracks from it, but I know he works with Brian Eno on it. I think he worked with Daniel Lopatin, the guy from One Tricks Point Never. I don't think I pronounced his name right at all, but that's okay. So I think with those 2 features alone, the album's gonna at least have 2 good tracks, but I think overall it's gonna be great, and I'm really excited to see what the output is. Yo La Tengo, there's a riot going on. Yo La Tengo has been putting out music since the 80s, and every album has been really good. So they're one of those bands that not everyone knows, but everyone should know because they have so much material that's consistent and entertaining, and I have no doubt that this new album's gonna be a knockout, so looking forward to it. Jack White, Boarding House Reach. Yeah, I only put it on here because I'm interested to hear it, but I didn't love the first single, and as for all of Jack White's output after the White Stripes, it's been a little hit or miss for me. Every album has been 1 or 2 really good songs, and the rest I can kind of live without. So I'm hoping that this is the best one of the 3. I think it might fall into the same category as the first 2, where it's like, yeah, some of it's good, but some of it's just okay. So I'm curious to hear what I think, and I'm curious to hear what you think. And then the album I'm most excited for this month is MF Doom and Czarface. The album's called Czarface meets Metalface. My two favorite made-up rap supervillains, Metalface and Czarface, are coming together for a duo album. This was announced totally unexpectedly, and I jumped on the bundle as soon as it went up for sale. There's a t-shirt and a poster and a limited record, an instrumental record, because anything MF Doom touches is gold, and Czarface's stuff has been excellent too. I'm psyched to see exactly what the two of them together will produce, but I have no doubt that it's going to be the best thing Czarface has ever done, and definitely worthy of Doom's catalog. So if you're a hip-hop fan, I know you're just as excited for this as I am. Music news. One thing to mention. Matt Berninger, who is the lead singer of The National, my favorite band, has just announced he's going to be doing a TV show about his life. I have no idea what that's going to entail, but if you saw Mistaken for Strangers, the documentary he did that his brother created, the interplay between him and his brother is hilarious. His brother is such a character, and I really believe that this TV show has a lot of potential. So I think it's going to be about him as a band member, or I don't know too many details about what it is, but anything he touches, I'm interested in. So if you're a National fan, I know you're probably stoked. Records coming in. Vinyl Moon Volume 31. I look forward to seeing what the color is, what the mix is, and what unique features they have this month. Spongol has remastered and reissued Tales of the Inexpressible. They just did the remaster 3-disc reissue of Are You Spangled, which I picked up. Beautiful book, just a great packaging and a great reissue. But this time they're doing Tales of the Inexpressible, which is another one of my favorite albums of theirs. It was a little more expensive than I wanted it to be, but it comes in a nice hardcover book as well. Definitely a deluxe packaging, and you can't find the original for under $300. So the fact that they're doing some reissues now is excellent. There's a big hole in my electronic catalog. Most of that is Spongol, and I hope that they have more deluxe represses along the way. I look forward to showing you how badass this deluxe version of Tales is. My Bloody Valentine Isn't Anything in Loveless, their first two albums, pioneers of the shoegaze genre. Some say that Loveless is the best shoegaze album of all time. I have a hard time arguing. And they finally have remasters that supposedly sound good because they're cut from the original tapes. I was nervous to order them because of the pricing. It was a little expensive overseas, but after reading the response from everyone when they got them, they said that it sounds great, the packaging is great, everything about it's knockout, so I had to go pick it up. I'm a little late to the party, so hopefully I get it this month and I can show you guys and let you know what I think of the sound. Yola Tengo, there's a Riot going on. I just mentioned that earlier. I have the record coming in, so looking forward to seeing that limited edition. Australian psych rock band Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. I've raved about them in the past. They put out High Visceral B-sides on 10-inch vinyl. I managed to pick it up before it sold out. It should be arriving this month. Can't wait to hear those B-sides from those amazing sessions from High Visceral 1 and 2. And then Frank Ocean's Endless vinyl. Maybe it'll come in this month. Maybe it won't. It was supposed to ship about a month ago. No one knows anything. Classic Frank Ocean. That was the A-side. Let me know what you're looking forward to this month. Put more albums on my radar. Let me know what you're hoping to get in. I always love reading. Thank you guys for all the comments, all the support. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and more videos very soon.